So this replay is for our friend Soon. Soon is a plat player. He told me in the Discord that this is the most frustrated and the most annoying player he has ever played against in his entire Rocket League career. And I knew we were going to be in for a good one. So we'll see what we can help Soon out with. I would say first things first, I'm the realist. Nicki Minaj. Anyhow. We really should start incorporating flips into our kickoff. Just driving straight into it. It works for a while, but we really do need to work on flipping into kickoffs. Okay? Flipping into kickoffs, and then we shouldn't try to dodge early so that the top of our car hits this. We should basically dodge very late and have our nose on the middle of the car and try to side flip to like push the ball one way or the other. We're not trying to dunk people on kickoffs. That's not what kickoffs are for. We're trying to find a way to take possession, especially in ones. So when you do that, when you flip into with it to the, was it Iggy Azalea? Oh geez, that's embarrassing. Anyhow, when you flip into it like this and have your nose on top, you actually pop yourself up and you don't land nicely. That's why we want to have a flip where we can recover quickly. Great save, great angle to cut that off. We're not going to get the boost, but we'll get demoed instead. Good play to the side, good defense. And then I'm glad you didn't flip into it. I like the aggression though. But let's just take possession here. Yep, see where he is. He's all the way on the other side. Let him come in. Yes, be patient. Screw him. Let him come all the way to you and make the mistake. So that's great. Now we'll just play the midfield. I feel like there's a little awkwardness here. I think there's a point here where you could have went. You know, I feel like we just need to get comfortable with, we're already here. Once he has this ball and he's like in the air like this, like he realistically can't go for it. So if we can turn and time this, and we could probably blast this to the corner and get a really nice counter attack going here. But we kind of play a little passively, kind of let the ball, you know, get played past us. I think getting comfortable with those really comes down to just playing a lot more, being in free play, understanding those weird angles where the ball's coming at an angle where it's kind of trying to go behind you and still trying to find a way to blast it to the sidewall or upfield. It's very awkward. It can be. So that just comes with playing more and understanding your car better. Oh, and being aggressive off those. Overall, I think this dribble could have been performed better, right? I think we just need to stick with this ball. We don't need to flip early. I think if we wanted to push the ball to the right, like you tried to do, I would assume, with how you flipped. If we wanted to try to push this ball to the right, let's just keep driving into it. Let's just keep driving into this circle on the bottom here on the field. Let's keep driving into it and just push this ball with a ground dribble to the right. And then try to cut it back to the left or blast it off the back wall and score it, right? Because that'll cook them. That'll cook any plat. Realistically, that type of move will cook any plat. Flipping into it and throwing away possession probably isn't going to work very often. Well, what's our counter? But we don't have boost. And why do we not have boost, right? So we have 44 here. Don't get big boost there. Don't get big boost there. That's why we can't trust those, right? You can see up the field. I know replays are a little glitched, but if you see up the field and you don't see big boost pads, I say you risk it on the first middle boost pad here, right? I always think, all right, I'm going to risk it here, see if I can get full boost. If not, I'm cutting in and we're getting little boost pads because we need to get in there and make a play. We can't risk going for both big boost pads. So now we have 0 boost when we could have like 36 and maybe score this, right? So then we have to give up possession, which isn't ideal. So boost management. Yes, score this shit. Boom! Great. Great recognition of the misplay from your opponent. Going up the corner like that, he's basically asking to get scored on here, right? So Beautiful play. Beautiful, beautiful play. Ooh, we're gonna fake it. So I'm okay with fake kickoffs. I actually love them. They're a great strategy. I don't like fake kickoffs on these types, on this position of kickoff, right? Mainly because when you fake it, they instantly just get a shot on your net or an attempt on your goal, right? I like faking corners or the side spots here because when they hit it, it's not a direct shot onto your net. So you can actually let this ball keep continuing and roll up the corner. And then you can also get full boost pad, right? So there's something to be said about this strategy. This one, we just get the ball shot on net on us, and then we're low boost, and we really can't do much after that, right? So faking kickoffs is great. I think you should do it and mix it into your gameplay. But not when they can have a shot on your net immediately, right? Because like he stole the boost, now you have 0 boost, right? And you can't make it. If he had better control, you know. J-Man, what's up? See how you do this. Good challenge, realistically. Is that going to score? No, it's not. Good challenge. I was scared to see how you were going to do this because this is, you have to cover a lot of distance here. I think this first flip is fine. Now we don't flip. We try to read where he's going. If he was still coming at me like this, if he's still coming directly at me, I'd maybe hit the brakes here and try to get big and try to dunk him. Because you don't want to go too fast because then you're never going to get your car up in height fast enough to actually dunk him or go for it. But since he played it to the side and he kind of dropped the ball towards like this side of him, just keeping the momentum going like that and cutting him off is great. So good adjustment. And then, I mean, you almost scored that, which would have been very nice. All right, we have a little time. No, we don't. He got back in time. And he's going to score. So this is a tough situation, right? He gives us the ball for free. I feel like we need to go take this, right? We can't let them, have time to come back around. How much boost do they have? They only have 43. How much do they have when they abandoned it? They had 100 boost, so they just whiffed. So they got back to this really easy. So we just gotta pay attention to what they're doing. It does look like they're low boost, so that kind of deceives you. But probably ball over boost in that situation. We don't want to just give up possession and then overcommit and then have them play it around you, right? So, ooh, we're gonna fake kickoff. Your fake kickoff was not convincing enough. It was very, very clear. Like, if you look at it from Assassinator's point of view, when I see your name tag go, like, super far. Like, you were over here to start, and your name tag went super far this way. I'm just going to assume I can blast this past you. Like, there's, I feel like you just need to do the casual front flip that slows you down, so it still looks like you're on the same path as if you were going for a kickoff. But then obviously you're faking, and they hit it straight into you. I think you gave it away that you were faking it, and that allowed Assassinator just to hit the ball casually over your head. And Braidstar had a great point too. You also should be going for boost on your fake kickoff, because that's kind of the point. The fake kickoff is so we can have full boost and possession, albeit it's on our side of the field, right? But we do have boost and possession, and that's the point. You kind of had none of those after your fake kickoff. So let's go back. See, that kickoff's much better. You should do that kickoff in the other, like, the positions where you're in front of the net. You can do the same flip kickoff like that. I don't know if there's a one-off thing where you didn't, but that was a very, very good kickoff. I don't think I'd ever fake if I had a kickoff that good in Plat, realistically. Yeah, there you go. You can do that with when it's on slightly on the side too. Maybe it was just a fluke. Oh, you do a little delayed kickoff here? Try stopping? You did. Oh no, I see what you tried to do. You tried to do the same thing. You tried to... So this is a fundamental thing. This is a great kickoff, the slow kickoff, where you hit the brakes at the last second and let them hit the ball into you. If we use our nose to hit the ball and flip like that, we don't want to pre-flip almost into the ball where we're contacting it with the top of our car, because then, like I said earlier, you kind of bounce and you're not in a good spot to actually take control of the ball. You also wasted all your boost on this kickoff. Ideally, after a kickoff, especially one of these, after these kickoffs, I'm averaging like 24 boost, right? Most kickoffs, you should have at least like 12 boost at the end of it, right? You had 20, but then you like wasted it all inefficiently. Get those little boost pads. Ah, the big boost pad was there. That's fine. Good challenge. Oh, if you just hit it cleaner, it would have been a goal. Take control of this. Yes, play it to the side. You don't have to go for an air dribble or anything, but just play it around the corner. Yep. So you did a great job. Know your limits, right? We're not going for air dribbles here. We will wrap this ball around the corner, but then we need to get depth from the field. So when we come off this, we need to get deeper, get towards the midfield more. Very, very poor drawing there for me. But get deeper, get farther upfield, because this gives you an angle to actually go for balls like this. When you're so tight to their goal, you don't have an angle to actually try to shoot it or take possession of it again, right? Give yourself space to do stuff. And then that's a great dribble. It's tough. He just has you in a bad spot. Thankfully, he plays it wide. And then you are able to get the save. So good scrappy defense. Obviously, like, this is not ideal. Having him dribble it right at you like this. Once you get better, you'll be able to read how it's fallen off his car and probably be able to dunk him. Ideally, I don't know, being a shadow defense position would be a better spot, but you didn't have a chance to do that. So you made the best of what position you had. Yep, be patient. Oh, once we get more confident, this is a goal, right? I see that read, jump, shoot, go for that ball. You'll blast it by that guy every time. So that's just getting more confident with your car. And more confident with reads with the ball off the wall as well. A little bit of a poor shot. You threw away possession a bit. I don't mind taking power shots in positions like this. Especially at Platt. Force them to make a play. Why not, right? Once you get better, you know, right now I think power shots on net or even higher going off the back wall, great for this rank. Once we get better, we'll turn these into either dribbles where we flick it or even ground to air dribbles, right? There's a lot of things we can do with this. At Platt, I'm okay with you shooting it, but you need to make sure you're shooting it high and hard onto this net, because this is going to make him have an awkward attempt for this. In general, probably should take possession. And not throw it away to the side is probably the worst play you could have done. But that's okay. Alright, he's rotating it that way. Wait for the cut. We're trying to play both, I think. I feel like we want to challenge him, but he's also letting him hit like a hook shot. So we're giving too much space, right? We get this boost, and then we kind of fly up the wall here, and we're kind of way over here, just kind of casually going upfield like this. I think after we get this boost, we kind of stick closer, just so there's enough pressure where he doesn't have that. Looks like a, don't look at that. Just so he has enough pressure. Bro, did you see that? We want to make sure we just have enough, stay close to him so we have enough pressure where he doesn't have time to rotate around and flip onto this ball too, right? And then Braystar has a good point here, so I'll show that in a sec. And look where you're kind of at, right? We're looking where he's going to be shooting this ball. You know, you're never going to get there in time to actually hit this ball before he does. And you're not protecting the net either. So there's a lot of space that you're just not covering, right? So you either gotta play you're gonna challenge it and be closer to him, or you're gonna have to just sit in net, which obviously sitting in net is not the best option either. So that's where that goal came from. Just too much space. I think you just need to be a little closer to your opponents. That way you can not let them punish you like that. Good challenge. Now this needs to be good. Let's be careful though, right? We gotta know what's going on here, right? There's no teammates. We don't have teammates. So, you know, flip it into this ball, trying to dunk him, pinch him. We have 7 boost, and we're blasting this ball off this wall really hard, and basically ricocheting it towards our net, right? It's just, yeah, it's an overextension. It's a great, Nova just said great here in chat. It's a great 2s play, but this is not a 1s play, right? Now we have 0 boost. We just barely have our opponent miss wide. Like, great way to put that. It was a great 2s play, not a 1s play, right? Again, we're giving up too much space, and we're flipping. I'm getting a headache. I'm losing control here with all that. He went for the hook shot again, so I'm glad you challenged, but we realistically should have little boost pads, and we should be at the midfield line. If he's in his side of the field, we shouldn't be on our deep side of the field, right? We should be at the midfield. I don't care if you have low boost and you need boost. There's plenty of boost pads in this area. If you just kind of flow back and forth like this, you should have like 45 boost and be able to go for anything. Thankfully, he goes for the hook shot again, and you challenge him. Very risky challenge, realistically, if he would just dribbled it. But it worked out. And we got this nice goal there. Good kickoff. A little wild, but at least you're flipping for it, which is important. Now, let's do some math quick. So we just got 100 boost. We just got 100 boost, and we're about to go supersonic, realistically. Maybe like use another 10 boost and we're going supersonic. Why wouldn't we just rotate back to our net and try to save the ball? Why are we wasting over 50 boost just to get another 100 boost to then go for the ball, right? That doesn't make any sense. This is just grabbing boost pads because they're there. You should realistically be rotating back after that first 100 boost pad, right? We don't need 100 boost to go for every ball. We need realistically like 45, 36 boost, something like that to go for the ball. Good early challenge. Our early challenges have been working, right? So you need to take note of that. Early challenges have been really working against this guy. So you should do them more. And eventually, you're going to early challenge him so much, throw in a fake challenge, he's going to throw away possession right to you, right? That's the kind of mind games you have to play in once. So here we go. Take control. It's in your corner. Let it be in your corner. Yep. He overextended. Then we just got to get around this. Ah, the good demo. He did overextend. We just couldn't get around it in time to punish. Now we're giving up a lot of space. And then we challenge out of nowhere. It works out, but we should realistically try to close the gap a little sooner. I think after that pop, you did a great job of like closing the gap, and he just never got there back in time. So it worked out as a good challenge. You know, just be careful. Yep. You almost had it. You just need a little bit more patience. Play it like that. Go around. Excuse me. Punt away possession like that. That's fine. But then when you rotate around wider. Give yourself more time to come around and actually go for this ball. You cut the circle so short that you actually just don't give yourself any time to react or redo it. And he just plays it by you. If you would have went wider, you would have saw that he was going for it, and you could have played it as it came out the corner. Or rotated back in a more timely manner. Great challenge. Good save. Let's turn this into a goal. We do. Beautiful. Great conversion on the counterattack. Very, very good. That's what we want to see more of. Playing it safe here. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Now, the reason this challenge went bad for you is because you're trying to like force it over the top of him for some reason, right? Realistically, that's what everyone tries to do. Everyone tries to force the ball over top of you. So if you try to, when you go for this ball again, if you just jump in a way that your nose is right in the dead center of that ball, and then you flip more to the side, I'd do like a barrel roll or side dodge or something like that. Even a front flip is fine. That's fine, realistically, at your rank. But just get in the middle of that ball more, and that ball won't pop over you. You flip when you're on the ground. So you're still on the ground and you flip. And your nose dives and your front end comes up. And realistically... Ow! Anyhow, you hear me hit my elbow? That hurts so bad. Ah! Realistically, when we flip, so let's do a little picture. Here's the ball. And here's when we flip, right? When we flip, our nose is going to dive. So our nose is actually going to be diving down like this. And this is the back end of our car right here, right? So now the ball has a nice little ramp to fly over the top of, right? Whereas if we do the other scenario and we jump and have our nose more in the center of the ball, he is not going to be able to get this ball. Even if he goes underneath it, we're going to actually have the ball go over top of him, right? It's all about, it's like a physics thing, actually. So if you guys are evenly matched there, the ball can't go over the top of you still. Even if he gets on top of you, guess what? He's probably going to bounce off the ball, and the ball's still going to go through him. So going through the center of the ball is super important, especially in 50s like this. So Plats don't understand how to go for 50s. Learning how to be a really solid player who goes for a lot of 50s and wins a lot of 50s is going to make you so much better as a player. Not going to get in these awkward spots. Great pursuit and save, though. Hopefully that explanation made sense, chat. Awkward. Awkward. I think at some point we just can't let him do this. You know, after that, I feel like we just can't let him have all this space. We need to find a way to touch this ball somehow. Whether that be like being aggressive and attacking this ball right here, and just turning and just cutting this ball off, trying to touch it with any part of our car just so it's not bouncing awkwardly. I think we just were too patient and the ball just bounced away from us, and then we're coming off the wall, and it's just, yeah. It's kind of crazy. What are you going to do? So, we're wrapping the game up here. Got very conservative with your kickoffs. They are a little wild, so I understand it, but, I mean, they've been a good, they've done you well in the past. This flick was a little rushed. Right? You had great control. You had a great opportunity here to actually score this. But we jumped so early. Like, we're not even underneath the ball. The ball's still dropping. The ball's going down like this, and we're already jumping up to meet it. Like, it's just not going to pop any higher. It's just going to fall forward. What you should do in these plays, especially as Plat, as this ball comes down, don't jump. Keep driving into it. Get underneath it. So get this little ball, this little circle on the ground. Get right in the middle of it and just double jump. Double jump, pop this ball. He'll never read it. He'll never see it coming. And you'll just gently glide the ball right over the top of him. Instead, we kind of rush the flick, try to force it through him. And we'll go to overtime. Good kickoff. A little slow to it, so he gets the dunk. Turn. Ooh, shoot that. Oh, you gotta hit the ball in the middle there. You can't chip this ball to the ceiling like that. Good play to the side, but then we're giving him space, and that's when we get scored on, right? So you play it to the side, but I feel like we gotta be aggressive. We didn't play it to the side enough. Realistically, off this touch, you should just hit this ball to your corner and take control of it there and get boost and come back around from your corner, right? if you're gonna hit it to the side soft here, you just almost have to go for it again. You just can't let him have that possession and space in the middle there. Shabam, what's up? Yeah, that's rough. That's rough right at the end. I think overall, like, you have a lot of good things going for you. You just gotta... You just have to have more control over everything. You have to have a better understanding of your car. You just need to be able to just hit the ball more solidly. There's a lot of sloppy hits where you're flipping and hitting the ball and chipping underneath it, and it just hits the ceiling or goes super high or goes super off to the side. Finding a way to really focus on getting your nose or the front corner of your car into that ball to hit it really hard and hit it on a line drive with power, you're going to be a much better ones player. You're going to have much better consistency with everything you try to do in the game. Not to say hitting it with your hood and doing other things like that, hitting it with different parts of your car are bad in other situations. But for the most part, hitting it with the nose of your car, you're going to have so much more power. You're going to have so much more control, such better like consistency and harder hits overall. So overall, good. Lot to work on. A lot of free play and training packs in your future. So hopefully this replay helped. And thank you, Soon, for sending it in.